Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Steve with LRM Leasing. Today we're going to go over the power steering filter. Now the reason why I want to go over this is because it usually doesn't get replaced, and it's a shame because you need steering. And when you do the oil changes, when you go to the truck stop or to any shop and you say, hey, I need my PM done, it does not include your power steering filter. If you want it replaced, make sure you ask for it. It will be an extra cost, but at least you know it's getting replaced. I would recommend at this point, go by the manufacturer or at least replace once a year. Considering what I see, which gets never replaced, zero. And the pump will go out, you hear the squealing noise, so that's the reason. So I wanna show you guys how to replace it because it's easy and again, to save you money. It's all about saving the money. So the few things you're gonna need, and it's very simple stuff. Pair of pliers. If you have a razor blade, in this case, I got a knife, right? And the reason why we need that is sometimes the hose right here is on there and it's been there for who knows how long, from the day the truck was born. You may have to cut it back a little bit if there's extra hose, or just replace the hose. Hose is very simple. When you take your pair of pliers here, all you gotta do, there's a clamp, and we're gonna squeeze and then move it back. All right, so these are the tools that we're gonna need. What I wanna do right now on this Freightliner Cascadia is I'm gonna show you how to replace the filter on this bad boy. So let's start with the simple thing, the pliers. All you're gonna do is take this clamp, squeeze, and move it down. Now, that's easy. If you don't have this particular clamp, sometimes it will have a worm clamp. It will usually take a flathead or a nut driver, and you do the same thing, just loosen it up and then remove. Now, on this particular truck here, I already cut the hose because it was very hard and it's been hardened over the time. Now, if it's not, all you gotta do is break it free, wiggle it, and if it comes free, then pull. If not, make a small slit right here along the neck. So I'll get my knife out and we're gonna cut just like so. Not all the way down, but just enough here where it gets dark. So where it's clean to dark. Then you're gonna move and then pull, and it should come right off like that. And if there's extra hose, and this one does, what I'll do is I'm gonna cut just there and then slide it back on. Now, if it kinks, if you get a kink here, you do not want that, because if it kinks, then we're gonna have a problem with flow. Then it's gonna heat up and it's gonna make all the noise, and you don't want that. Then replace the hose. In this case, we have plenty of hose. I will cut it back and put it back on. Next thing is, it could be hard to get off. You may need to get a pair of pliers, but majority of the time, these are just twist and pull. So we're gonna twist, and it should just come up. So the cap comes off like so. And with your trusty rag, and if you have a tray or a bowl or a bucket, you're gonna reach in here, grab the filter, and it comes out that easy. You just pull it out. You're not spinning, you're not forcing or anything. Now, with the filters, you can get these from your OEM, your dealership, or from a parts shop. I wanna say the filters are anywhere between 30 to 50 bucks. And then all you do is just drop it in, all right? It's that easy. Once you drop it in, you take your cap, you're gonna clean here, all right? Now, the O-ring, when you look at the cap, make sure that the O-ring, there's no cuts, no burrs, and if it's dried out, you might want to think about replacing it. You would have to get this separate. You would get that from the dealership. Once you get it on there, put a light coat of oil. So if you have this power steering, just reach in here and just put a light coat around it. That's all you got to do. And the same way you took it off, it should be flush, turn, and it should be all the way flush to the tank. Once you do that, you're gonna put the hose back on. In this case, as you guys know, I already cut and split, but what I would do is cut and then slide it back on. And then take your pliers, or if you have the worm clamp, you're gonna get the clamp over it, tighten it down with your worm clamp, with a flathead or a nut driver. In this case, this is spring loaded. So all we gotta do is just squeeze and move over. And that's it. Now the line's connected. Once you have it connected, start the truck. Move the steering wheel from side to side. Watch your level, all right? Now, it will say max fill, and then it says minimum cold. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this should be cold when you do this repair, when you do the filter. And make sure that the fluid is just above the minimum of cold. If anything, go in the middle. Do not fill it all the way to the top. All right, right to the middle. That's it. And here's the cap for the fill. You just fill it in. And that just twists and it pulls out. That easy, all right? And then on top, it should tell you what kind of fluid it takes. It should be right here on the reservoir, which is very easy. It's gonna be a Dextron 3 or Super AFT. Other than that, it's very simple. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and you guys save money by doing it yourself. So if you guys like what you saw today, don't forget to pound that like button. If you have any questions, concern about what you saw as well, make sure you leave a comment at the bottom. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. I would like to get more content your way so you can learn more about your truck. I'll see you guys around.